Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing AntiKiller in the 1 minute pool on ICC. Happy Friday slash Saturday. It's the first game of the session. I remember this guy from my ICC sessions way back when, like 10 years ago. This is what's nice about ICC, as I spoke about before. I've been on here so long, you run into the same people, and even if you haven't seen them for a while, you remember them. And AntiKiller is a real fast player. Pretty good one, I think. Not the highest of ratings, but he can definitely get the job done, and the guy is speedy. So let's see what I can do here, thrusting my B pawn forward. That sounds dirty, but it's not, I promise. Okay, I'm going to go here. I can't use the B8 square, which is a little irritating, but I am assuming control over the position. He had bishop C7 right there, and I'm glad he missed it. So let's do this. I'm going to go rook up, and then maybe eventually rook B6. I might want to shut down E4. I got to worry about that. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this and then rook to b6, and he's just waiting. Can I take here? I think I can. And then we're going to go here and pressurize that pawn. I don't see how he holds that pawn. Rook b1. Yeah, we're going to take here. Looks like we're just winning it. To me. I'm going to come back here. Very annoying for him. If he takes, he gives me a protected pass c-pawn. Can I take that? I can take here, though. And then go rook c6 on the next move. So this is winning material. He can take on c6 and try to defend. But yeah, it's not going to happen. Let's give a check and go here. Just protect everything. Bring up our pawns. Let's go f5. Go g5 too. Why not? Throw that in. I'll take that for sure. Bring this up. We'll take here. Give a check. And mate. Okay. I'm glad I didn't have to figure out a complicated mate there. Queen e4 just happened to be checkmate, taking away the g6 square, and my bishop covers f6. All right, so we're off to a good start. I'm at 2465. Hope you guys have good and plentiful weekend plans. It's gorgeous here in Minnesota, so I'm definitely going to spend some time outside if I can. We hit 70 degrees today, which is tremendous. I was just going across town to meet up with my parents, and I encountered so many cases of bad driving. I don't know what it is when the weather gets warm, but people just start going crazy in their cars. I'm telling you. Like I saw people going out of order at four-way stops. I saw bicyclists who decide not to obey traffic laws whatsoever, which always bothers me. Like I have no problem with bicyclists, but if you drive or ride your bike on the street, you should obey traffic laws. Don't just ignore them selectively when you want to because you're a bicyclist. That's how bad things happen and how accidents happen. Elro is my next opponent. We have a remarkably similar structure. Also, people just talking on their cell phones in general. I saw so many instances of that. It was like a 5-minute drive, but I think I saw like 3 or 4 people on their cell phones either talking or like kind of moving their eyes up and down. You could tell that they were distracted. You can especially tell when you're at a light behind someone and the light turns and they're not moving for a while. So if you're one of those drivers, don't do that. It's bad. Again, that's how accidents happen. But mostly when you encounter instances of poor driving, I've found it's just best to immediately forget about those incidents as fast as possible because it's just a losing game to dwell on it. You know, you can't control other people's actions. So I can control the speed at which I play, though, and I'm 10 seconds behind. So I'm not liking this situation. I'm going to try to maneuver. He's just going to sit there and wait. And I'm going to get my knight to d6 and then eventually play g6. He literally decided to sit there and wait the entire time. So we're going to play f5 and hope for the... Whoa. Okay, that's... Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Nice one, Elro there. Yeah, I did not even see that he played queen f2. I just assumed he was moving the rook back and forth. All right, let's try to win the next game. He was kind of stuck there, wasn't he, with the bishop on b1? This actually didn't occur to me that I was trapping his bishop entirely, but yeah, he has no way out. I wish I would have had a little more time to execute that, but hey, it happens. So it's about 7:30 at night. I'm hoping that some good players show up. Let's see who's in the pool. Fido, Abatron. FMIM, both not super high rated in 1 minute though. White is attacking g6. Black decides to lock it up. White would like to sack on h6 at some stage. Maybe queen into h5 would have been better, preparing knight g4 and the capture there, because ideally white wants the queen within striking distance of black's king. I'm curious how this will turn out. Clearly black has play down the queen side, but is it enough? White does not want to trade queens. Ah, they noticed a little tactical shot, so the queen was under attack from the rook. That was a nice one by white. Okay, now it's a lot better, up a pawn. h6 coming. They're going to get a trade. White's also ahead on the clock, so you got to bet on him. Okay, Scorpion defense. Let's play b3. Mix it up, throw a little Nimzo Larsen attack. Let's play a double fianchetto. And then go for c4 here after. Attack the center. Okay, I'm going to go here, actually, and try to go knight f4. Borrowing an idea from a line of the English that I've often had trouble with from the white side. So, if you can't beat him, join him, right? Okay, so I'm going to play h3, just kick this bishop back. Doesn't have a lot of great squares. He's probably going to go back to d7. Let's play knight f3. Just activate this piece. I think I'll play queen d2 just to protect this guy. I got to go in here. Does that work? That might drop a pawn for him. Because after we trade, now I can take and I'm on the bishop. He has a little compensation, though. Like, these pawns are not the strongest in the world. Okay, so let's defend that. Now I'm going to try to go e3 followed by f4, most likely. Can't play f4 right away. Let's do this first. I wonder if he's going to try to trade queens. He doesn't, but that might have been in his best interest to play queen d3 instead. Now I get a nice pawn roller, which I'm going to push to the brink of exhaustion. If the bishop moves, then e6 is my plan. Next move. So if he takes this way, I take on g6 is the idea. And destroy his structure. A little bit of a misdirection recapture. Okay, let's take here. That doesn't look good. I'll go here just to cover g3. I want this check, but I want to do it decisively. He's covering the diagonal now. Still looks rough for black because it's harder for him to recover the pawn. Does that work? I guess we'll find out. I doubt it works because if queen e5, I have rook f4 to block. And meanwhile, this is crushing. Yeah, queening next move or take and queen d7, something like that. Okay, so we take down Scorpion defense with the double fianchetto. This is a neat maneuver. Knight h3 trying to go into f4 and control the d5 square. The line where this can happen from the white side is the following variation. Let's say it goes like this. Symmetrical English. And white plays knight f3. It's possible for black to play knight h6 here and then transfer the knight to f5, clamping on d4. So that's the idea I was borrowing. One of the best moves for white after knight h6 is therefore d4, trying to open the attack on the knight. And I think there's a game, is it Carlsen McShane from one of the London Classics from several years ago, where I believe McShane won against Carlsen from this position. Was he on the black side even? He might have been even black in that game. It was quite an upset, though. And if I got that entirely wrong, I apologize. But somehow McShane winning in that position is black against a very strong player, probably Carlsen. Springs to mind. Okay, we're playing Abatron. I'm going back to my knight f3 stuff. Let's bring the bishop out here just to preempt bishop d6. Good setup, I think. All right, I'll take that. And then we're going to try to control the e5 square and eventually e4. I'm going to do this to prepare f3. That's the plan. Okay, let's go rook b1. Not afraid of any sacrifices, I don't think. Let's go b4. We're just going to push. Okay, c5. Just push him around. And go here. Try to recapture attacking this knight. Then f4, try to bind the position. Got to be careful about... I think I can do this. If knight g4, just queen d2. No biggie. Okay, let's do that. And... Okay. I don't know how great this is. We'll find out. If it takes, I almost want to play knight c5, but I probably should take here, so let's do that. I'm concerned about my time. My time expenditure has not been great, and also I'm losing that pawn now. Let's go knight c5. Got to worry about h2, clearly. Take here. Nope. Okay. Oh boy. This could be bad. Okay. Check. Okay, so we get to trade, but this guy's flying. Let's go in and attack g7. King h8 is probably good. Oh, take that, and then take here. He found a good move. Go after that pawn. Yeah, I'm way down on time now, though. Too far down on time, I think. See what we can make out of this. Oh, wow. I actually flagged him there. I was so far down. I think I burned about half my remaining time. I just looked down and I had like 4 seconds to his 18. That was pure speed at the end, but mostly him kind of freezing up when the game got close. That was weird. He played super fast and well at the beginning, but then he slowed down significantly towards the end. Maybe because he was on the defensive. I think he tried to play too many good moves. If he would have just noticed that I was pre-moving, he would have won that game easy. All right, so we vanquish Abatron. I'm going to watch another game here while we have a second. AntiKiller versus Scorpion defense. Yeah, AntiKiller always sticks to the same systems as I recall. Like, he'll probably play a London here again. Knight f3, bishop f4. A lot of people revert to predictable stuff in Bullet. Just like me with the Scandi. Although even I mix it up a little bit, as you guys know. I don't always play e4, d5. I occasionally do other things as well. I still have this annoying issue with my recording software where I don't have the sound when I play because it messes up the recording software. And Greg Shahade has the same recording software I have, and he said he has the same problem when he plays on ICC. So I'm trying to contact XSplit, which is the company that makes the recording software that I use, to get an idea of why it's happening. This would be nice to play with sound. I miss the old audio-friendly days. Ataraxia from, is that Antarctica? Yes, it is. Okay, let's play g6. Not drop our queen. We're keeping this pawn on e7 firmly. Let's go here, attacking both of these points. Then we're going to take that guy. He might go e4 and kind of transition this into an open Sicilian-like position. I don't have a lot of experience with this setup, but I can play it. Let's go over here, even though knight b6 is possible. He'll get the bishop pair, but that's all right. You know what? Nah, that's probably not a good idea. We're not going to play that. I'm going to go here, and then if he plays bishop c3, then I'll move my queen to, let's say here. Knight d5, most likely. Knight a4. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, I'm going to go back here. I want to play b5 and trap his knight. So he might need something like b3 to save it. Can I do this? I think I can. I know he has e5. This knight is loose. He's got to try that. But I think this knight is still going to be caught. He can actually just go to that square. I didn't see that. All right, so we didn't get the knight per se, but we have an extra pawn. I am kind of pinned here, but I think I can castle next move. He does have knight d5, e6. Kick him out of there so I don't run into knight takes e7 check. I think at long last we're going to be able to castle. Maybe queen c7 next move after he moves the knight. Yeah, we get a trade and castle. Knight e4, we have f5. Let's just do f5 right now. I think with e4 coming, this will be very nice for my bishop. Can kind of expand our influence. Let's go here, and I dropped e6. That's bad. And now he gets his rook in with tempo. This is rough now. Now I got to be really careful because of that blunder. Let's do this, which should trade pieces. Let's go here. I'm going to try to play e3. He keeps noticing my blunders. I think I have good chances to flag him, though. Go here. Okay. I didn't play that well, though. Allowing queen takes e6 was very foolish. I should have just swapped queens on d7 and then maybe played like bishop takes c3, b takes c3, rook c8, and gone after his weak pawns. That gives me great winning chances. Okay, back in the pool. This is a weird opening, wasn't it? D4, G6, Bishop, G5. Kind of a Trumpowski against G6. I don't know how I feel about that for white. Often when you have Bishop G7, the move C5 fits in very well, striking at the center. Okay, we're playing CapnCook. I'm going to try to undermine that pawn right away. I have a bad record against the Grob, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't play well against this opening. Don't tell my future OTB opponents, however. Let's do this. Okay, now we get to trade queens. I like that. Let's just keep developing. He's probably going to... I thought he was going to send his king to D2, but he's going to do it this way. Let's guard this pawn. Go here, attack the bishop, and maybe knight b6 to hold this. Just want to make it as tough as possible for him to regain that pawn. Okay, come here. Let's play f6, just strike back a little bit. Position is becoming more open. Get our bishop there. Take that. Maybe knight d2. Might as well get out of the way of this. I'm thinking about knight here just to attack the h4 and f4 pawns. This is especially strong now. I guess h4 was covered. So now I'm threatening knight d3, which I'm pretty sure he's going to notice. He does. Let's swing over here, look for a trade. My knight is still holding this, which is very helpful. Let's go here. He can play e6 with check, but... Whoa, what is that all about? Okay, I take. I call your bluff, dude. Okay, let's go here. I'm not afraid of that pawn. Check. And then win the rook. Win everything. Give a check again. This is going to be mate. So we ran his king across the board and delivered checkmate. All right. So g4, h5. It's going to be hard to top that opening this session. I was hoping that he would pre-move bishop g2 so I could grab the pawn on g4. A line that I've played here previously is this. Bishop takes g4, c4, and now take, which I also saw Christoph played recently against a guy actually named Grob on ICC, who's a decent blitz player. And then you allow bishop takes b7, and you sacrifice the rook in the corner with interesting play. Supposedly, though, the better move is d4, which I think I also played. Yeah, allowing this and trying to do this. And there's a bit of a difference. I think if f3 here, then d3 is supposedly strong. Whereas if black has the pawn on c4, this d3 resource is not possible. But the opponent that I played it against, who was like a 2500 bullet player, this was just a matter of weeks ago, I think he, after knight d7, he didn't take on a8. He played some other move, like f3 or something. And he didn't end up taking the rook. So that's a little Grob theory for you guys. Let's see who else is playing right now. AntiKiller's up in exchange here, but terrible position. Rook b1 is winning now. Picks up the rook. But can Rayx beat the clock? That's the big question. Rook takes g2 would have been good there. It's going to be close. Position is a long ways from a win for white. Okay, CapnCook. He doesn't play d4, g5. He's not going for that. He's going for some pre-move stuff. Let's go queen e2, bishop f4. This is kind of like an accelerated, I don't even know what you would call it. Don't play well against these type of positions. If he plays knight f4, I'm going to take and then play, or I was going to play something into my pawn up to e5. Let's go here. I'm going to prepare g3. g5 was hanging. I should have taken that. Let's do this. Okay, now g3, and that's a almost trapped piece. Okay, let's go here. We're going to try to maneuver on the light squares. That's the plan. I'll take that. I don't believe you. Let's come back here. Maybe bishop a4 in the future is helpful. We'll do this. I guess I drop this pawn, but I have knight g4 if he does that. Bishop a4. I should play that. That would have been strong, just skewering him. Hopefully he doesn't notice. He did notice. I really want f5. Let's do knight f5 right now, sure. Take. And then open the position. I don't mind if I lose the h-pawn. That's no problem. Let's just keep marching. This is secure. Probably needs his king here. on f7. Let's do this. Threatening pawn f7. Check. He's got to run away. Why did I do that? Okay, I'm going to take here now. This is bad, though. Rook takes b2. Okay. Well, now I'm happy again. Queen e7 coming, or take here. Let's take that. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Okay, let's come here. Okay, I think I'm still winning, but time is not on my side right now. Rook takes e5, I want. Take that and hurry. Pick up his queen. Oh, I won the game somehow. Bishop f5 gave me quite the shock. I did not see that coming. I thought, okay, pick up the knight, it's over. But yeah, bishop f5 comes with check, discovered attack on the queen. CapnCook, man, giving me a heart attack. How many moves was that game? That wasn't even 60 moves. I was playing just kind of slow, I think. And how many moves did I have bishop a4? So here he attacks my queen. I get it out of the way. I guess it was only available for this move. Instead of knight g4, bishop a4, and I win the queen. Okay, let's check out another game. Kant versus Scorpion defense. Kant is another regular. e5 should be good here. Idea, bishop takes e5, bishop b5, perhaps? e5, trying to budge that bishop so you get discoveries. Now white will probably take with a king. Still looks bad for white, though. e5 here, rook d3 maybe, but he's escaping to f2. Black might have missed their opportunity there. This is still pleasant for black with the two bishops, but I think he had better. Now bishop takes c3 is an idea with this bishop open. Good play by black to open the position with e4. Getting rid of that isolated pawn. Probably rook takes c2 now. Nope. Still even material. That works. He's going to take on a1. So black nets a pawn. White's got to move the rook somewhere. And we're playing home again, 1949. Let's play a Benko Gambit. Go for b5. Play this line. Okay, and we're going to have a main line. I'm going to play a variation that I played in a tournament recently. Knight fd7. It's a really wacky looking move, but it's not too bad. Let's go here and just try to trade this. Rook fb8, attacking b2, trying to slow him down a little bit. Here I can take this guy, and then take b1. Okay, so we evened up the pawns. And I can take here. This is nice. So we're up a pawn in the endgame. Let's go here and attack e4. I missed that he could do that, but I guess I can still keep an extra pawn, huh? It's going to be a tough endgame for him. Rook takes c3, knight takes e4. Rook takes c3 is pretty much forced, so he's got to do that. Now we're going to try to go after this. Yeah, he might have to go passive soon. I'm just going to gain some space. And we're going to have a bullet endgame. Let's test our bullet endgame skills. Up the board you go. He's going to have to go right back. Okay, check. 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 So we can be very pesky now, is the problem with white's position. Yeah, now he loses this pawn. That's just a real difficult endgame to hold. I'm going to take this way because this pawn remains weak no matter what. Yeah, he just resigned. Okay. Not often you get to an endgame with like 30 seconds left. In what, 5 versus 4 pawns? This might be losing for white. If this pawn were back on, say, e3, then black would still have good winning chances, but it would be a lot harder to win. Okay, playing anti-killer again. Let's go with this variation. I'm going to fianchetto my bishop. This is a little weird looking already. Queen b6 I don't quite get, but maybe it's interesting. I'm going to try to play for a5 and attack his queen. We'll keep going, just looking to weaken him. Maybe e4 next. Attack in the middle. c6 is a liability for sure. Let's go here. Maybe knight d6, I'm thinking. Just keep pieces on the board for now. I'll go here. Just prepare rook ad1. I'm satisfied with this position. I don't think it's necessarily that much better, but it looks easier for me to play. Let's go here. Try to look for a trade. Nope. Okay, c5. This must be the correct way forward. Just bring this back. He's hunkering down nicely, though. Let's go here. Bishop h3 comes to mind. Let's go here. Crossed my bishop h3 plan. Could try g5 if he wants. But he's just content to trade down. I'm going to bring the bishop into b8 next move. Try to bother him. And if he takes, I take e6, which is real nice. And I'm not sure he can ignore that because my a pawn is now running real quick. Bishop g h5. If g6, we take. Yeah, he's just collapsing here. He's got a checker too, but it's not going to matter. We're actually attacking with our king. His queen is so tied down. Go attack this pawn. Bishop e5 is an idea. Yeah, got him on time. So we were just able to keep the pressure, and I think bishop b8 came as a surprise to him. Threat of bishop takes a7, and you saw he didn't have a defender there. I think he's got to go bishop f7, but it's pesky. I think white has an edge. Maybe he had g5 a move or two prior. Bishop f3 was kind of fancy. I didn't want to play bishop h3 right away because he has bishop f5, so I tried to hold off on that. Let's get back in the pool. Oh, let's also check out, while we're waiting, the best list in 1 minute. See if there's been any developments recently. Wesley So is number 1 at 27-10. Be nice to get a game in with him. Daniel Naroditsky is in second. And who is this? Federico Perez Panza. Not too familiar. Some familiar names, some not so familiar names. Saya, our buddy Saya. Oh, and there we are. We're on the best list with a sub 2,500 rating. I guess that happens occasionally. It's still a pretty decent rating, but I would expect to see more people in the 2,600s usually. There's only one person above 27 and only one in 26, and then the next highest rated is 2,564. So I take it a lot of the top bullet players are not playing right now for whatever reason. Let's watch this game for a minute. I'll play maybe 2 or 3 more games, call it a session. It's been a pretty light session as far as my opposition so far. I guess chess players are party animals. They're out on Friday night or they're asleep. Home again can resign this. CapnCook. Okay, let's play e5 this time around. I'm going to play a bit different of a setup here. Bishop c5. We're going to go for something with d6. He wants to go d4, and we will let him, but I'm going to try to undermine this pawn. Okay, I'll take that. He's throwing a lot of pawns at me. Whoa, I don't know about that decision. He wants to take here, huh? I'm gonna sack the pawn and try to play the endgame, because this looks like a lot of fun. All right, let's take here. And we'll just take back. Probably queen f6 coming next is my thinking. Let's go here and threaten mate. Okay, I'm going to take that. I'm going to go here. I want bishop here. I played the wrong piece there. I was trying to move my bishop to g4. And instead played that other piece, which was much less desirable. Yeah, now his pawn is going to be annoying to stop. Let's go here and attack that rook. Okay. Gotta try to stop that somehow. Rook b5 is my idea. Let's bring this over. Yeah, he wants bishop c5. Good plan, I think. Still a little tricky. Let's go here and hope he takes, so I have bishop here. He did. Okay, that was a lucky break. Take, and now we're going to be up a rook. Take that. Give it check. Okay, we're going to play f5. And then we're going to go attack that pawn. g5. Oh, I ran out of time. Which wasn't fast enough there at the end. Yeah, I had a bad feeling after I played queen g4. I wanted bishop g4. He has queen g2. He's going to survive, but it would have been much nicer than swapping the queens into an opposite color bishop ending where he's up a pawn. Then I had to work hard to try to neutralize it. Should have sped up right around here, though, clearly. Yeah, I should be able to handle his pawns much easier than I did. All right, it happens. Let's get back in the pool. We'll play 2 more games. I'm mid 2400s right now. Just the usual suspects playing. This should be close to winning for black, although this passed h-pawn is a concern. Yeah, like now this rook is going to have a hard time entering the action because always black has to worry about their back rank. Like white needs to play rook c4, rook a4. Yeah, there you go. You just blundered the game. Rook a8 check. And mate, next move. So Scorpion kind of blew that one there. I guess he was under attack, though. And it was Ataraxia who kind of blew it. He just let rook takes b4 happen. He was winning easily up a piece there. Let's see who else is in the mix. Ah, Branchy. Branchy is always playing. How many games has Branchy played in Bullet? I feel like I see them every single time. Yeah, Branchy has played almost 88,000 one-minute games. That's a lot. MuyDebil. Okay. From Russia. Okay, let's do this and then at some point play e6 and just go after that pawn. I'm adopting a pretty conservative setup, but one that I think is fine. Let's go here. He might play c3 and try to reinforce. He's going to reinforce that way. Okay, let's do this. He can take, but I guess I can take here. We shall do that. Let's bring this back and try to maneuver. Bring this back to a7. I want knight to b5, potentially. He has bishop b4. I got to watch out for that. He could have played that on the previous move. It would have been stronger. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to let him take with the bishop if he wants. He says no. Okay, let's take here. Just trying to distract his bishop so I can go c5. Otherwise, this knight would have been hanging. I can take that now. e5 is under attack. Go take that. So we're collecting the pawns. Just call me a pawn collector. Collect that one as well. And then go all the way back. Go here. You can't take b7. Nice for me. Let's go e5, trying for e4. Okay, we'll trade. We can take that because he takes with check and we come back. Let's go d3. We're going to go knight e2 check next. Then d4. Let's go here. We win his bishop. Check and get that rook. Don't stalemate him. And checkmate. Oh, wow, that was close. I almost missed with rook a1. I would have lost the whole game if I had missed that. That would have been so annoying when I totally was winning from, like move 15 onward. Ouch. Okay, but I got the win. That was just too close for comfort, point 1. Got to speed up. Last game of the session coming up right here. Let's see if we can end on a win. Maybe we'll get this player again. They've got a decent rating. a5 turned out to be a timely undermining move. You often can do this against pawns on a3 and b4. And it's hard for white because he can't easily defend that pawn. He could play c3, but that would lock in his bishop. So he played bishop to c3, but even that is awkward. Like it blocks his c-pawn. I feel like black just has an easy game here. Queen e7, applying more pressure to b4, take that pawn. I don't know about my position. And actually, I blundered into Oh no, he couldn't have played. If bishop b4, I thought that would win the exchange, but I do have c5 in reply, so that was covered, as it turns out. The turning point was right here, where I took on f3, and after here, I got c5 in, breaking up his structure, almost like a French defense, like pawn break. And he tried to come back with the bishop attacking here, because I think he sensed that having to take on c5 would be undesirable, like he loses control over e5. But in this case, I can just take. Even taking b4 there would have been interesting. All right, so the doorpost is the final opponent. Tough, fast player who always seems to be in the 2200s, but is entirely capable of beating me. I promise you that. I'm just going to play a simple setup. Okay, let's go here. See if they want to swap. We'll go queen c2. Let's go a3 just to stop any knight b4 business. And we're going to proceed with this. Okay, now I get a chance for knight e5. I like that. We're going to proceed with the minority attack plan. But I dropped a piece. I guess I can do that. That's lucky. You can take a3, though. Let's go here. I think he had knight takes a3, but he missed it. Now I should be coming out of these complications all right. B pawn is hanging. I'm going to go after that A pawn, in fact. Let's just look to get this trade in. He can't take is the annoying thing for him. Can trade and then play rook c8. I'm expecting that. Let's go a4. Let's go here. I want rook c1 now. Ooh, now I win a piece. Can I do that? Wow. Okay, I'm going to go here. Don't like the fact that I had to play that. Can't believe that actually worked for him, but it seems to. Oh boy, I'm creating problems for myself now. Let's go here. Knight g4 is killer. Ugh. Gross. Yeah, I'm losing now. Queen takes e3. Yeah, he's got some easy checkmate opportunities available. Yeah, queen takes e3 is just crushing now. Oh, gross. That was annoying that I played f3, and after queen g5, I don't know that I can take. No, I think I have to take. Take, queen takes e3. I saw that if the king goes to the h file, he has queen h6. That's why I didn't play it. But I guess I have take, check, and then king f1. It looked dangerous, though, in the split second I had to make that decision. A little bit of a sloppy game, however. I missed that after b5 and take, my bishop is pinned. And it was by blind chance that I could take his bishop still. But I think here after knight takes g6, he should have played knight takes a3. So, all right, so we end on a loss. But overall, winning session. Let's tally the results. So I played, how many wins did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins, and I think 3 losses. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 9 and 3. All right by me. And where are we still? Are we still on the best list? Probably that loss took us out of the best list, huh? Yeah, 24-33. So sad. So far away from my peak at 27-01 back in April of 2015. Almost a year ago now. We'll get back there. We'll try to climb. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and enjoy your weekend. I'll be back again soon with another video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.